Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further. Hi everyone, so today we're having a look at multiplying by 10, 100 and 1000. Now, there's a method for this that some people get told where it's a case of just add another zero. Now sometimes that works, but sometimes it doesn't. And so I'm going to try and show you different methods because it's fine usually when we're using whole numbers, but when we start to use decimals and things like that further on through the school, then that becomes more of a challenge and it doesn't really work when we just add another zero. So instead of just adding another zero, what we're going to do is we're going to move the digits, okay? So it's better to get in that sort of mindset, and it's better practice to think, right, okay, what I'm doing is I'm moving the digits, okay? So when we're multiplying by 10, 100 or 1000, what we're going to do is we're going to move the digits. So let's have a look at our method for this. So the first thing says, when multiplying by 10, 100 or 1000, move the digits left in your place value columns, because we know if we go left in our place value columns, we go maybe, for example, if we've got our ones, then our tens, then our hundreds. So if we go left, then it becomes bigger, doesn't it? If we're multiplying by 10, 100 or 1000, we need our number to become bigger. So we're going from a number with a value in the ones to a number with a value in the tens or a value in the hundreds. It's getting bigger, isn't it? So the reason we move to the left is because we want our number to get bigger, okay? The second part of the method says, the amount of zeros in the question tells you how many places to move the digits, and I would underline it in these types of questions when I'm doing them, okay? So the first kind of question here says multiply 83 by 10. I would underline this zero, which tells us we need to move it one place because there's one zero in the question. And that's going to be really handy when we get used to multiplying by 10, 100 and 1000, because then we've got three zeros, so we're moving it three times, okay? The final part says, set up your place value columns, including decimals if needed. It's so important that when we are doing these and we're multiplying by 10, 100 and 1000, we've got that really strong understanding of place value, okay? So, we're going to set up our place value columns. Now, the number that we're working with is 83 to start with. So it says multiply 83 by 10. So, I know I've got 83 over here. I've already set my place value columns up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 83 in here. 83 has 3 ones and 8 tens. So I'm going to write it there like that. I'm multiplying 83 by 10. Now my method for this type of question is I said I'm going to move the digits. So I said, when multiplying by 10, 100 or 1000, move the digits left in your place value column. So I had 1, 0 in my question, which means I'm going to move it one place. So what I do is I would drop it down. Now I'm going to start in my ones. I'm going to drop my 3 down and move it one place to the left. So I'm going to move the 3 from the ones column into the tens column. I'm then going to do the same with my 8. I'm going to drop it down and I'm going to move it from the tens column into the hundreds column. See how the 3 has moved one place to the left, the 8 has moved one place to the left. Now, I can't just say that this number is 83 again there like that. That doesn't make sense. So what I need to do is I then need to put in my placeholder. So if I'm multiplying 83 by 10, I need to put my placeholder in my ones column. I can't just leave the ones column blank. I can't say there's nothing in there like that, but the way I can say there's no value in there, I can put my placeholder in. So now I have my placeholder in my ones column. So now 83 multiplied by 10 is going to give me 830. This method is really handy. Sometimes you'll see a question that looks like this, 83 times 10. Now what you don't want to do is you don't want to set that up in a column method. What's much easier to do is a method like this where you drop it down and you move the digits, okay? But it's important that we line up these place value columns, okay? So let's have a look again over here. Multiply 142 by 10, 100 and 1000. Now, the board might get a little bit busy here, so we might have to cut and do a little bit of things like that, but let's just have a look at it for now and see how we get on. So, following the same method, when multiplying by 10, 100 or 1000, move the digits left in your place value columns. The amount of zeros in the question tells you how many places to move the digits. So, and then the third thing, set up place value columns, including decimals if needed. So I'm actually going to do that first. So I've got 142. I'm going to write 142 over here like this, 142. and 42. I'm going to put my place value columns in. I've got my ones, my tens, and my hundreds there like that, okay, in 142. 142 has 2 ones, 4 tens, and 1 hundred. I'm going to start off by multiplying it by 10. Now, if I multiply it by 10, it's got 1 0. So what I need to do is I need to move it one place. And when I'm multiplying, it's getting bigger, I'm moving it one place to the left. So again, on my ones column, I'm going to start with 2, I'm going to drop it down, and I'm going to move it from the ones column, one place to the left, to the tens column. I'm going to do the same with my 4. Drop it down, move it one column to the left, from my tens column into my hundreds column. And the same with my hundreds, drop it down, move it one column to the left, into my next column. My next column is going to be my thousands column, isn't it? So now I've got 1 in the thousands, 4 in the hundreds, 2 in the tens, nothing in the ones. So I need to put my placeholder in again, don't I? So 142 times by 10 is 1,420. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this to the question, because it says I need to times it by 10 and 100 and 1,000, doesn't it? So the next one I'm going to multiply it by is 100. 100 has 2 zeros in the question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my 142 here exactly the same way. And I'm going to write my place value columns in. I've got my ones, my tens, and my hundreds. But I know I'm going to move it 2 places because there's 2 zeros in the question. So now what I'm going to need is my thousands and my 10,000s, aren't I? Moving it 2 places to the left because I'm multiplying it and it's going to get bigger. Drop the 2 down, move it once, twice. So I've moved my 2 from my ones column to my tens column and then to my hundreds column because I've moved it 2 place value columns because there are 2 zeros in the question. I'm going to do the same with my 4 and the tens. Drop it down, move it once, twice. And my hundreds, drop it down, move it once, twice. So now I have 2 in the hundreds, 4 in the thousands, and 1 in the 10,000s. So now what I need to do is I need to put in my 2 placeholders, 1 in the tens column and 1 in the ones column. So 142 times by 100 is going to give me 14,200. Put a line in there just so we can see the difference between these ones, okay? I'll do that over here so we can set up the next one. The final one. So we're now multiplying it by 1,000. There's 3 zeros in the question, as we can see. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in my 142. Make sure I've got enough space to be able to do that. And then I'm going to multiply it by 1,000. So again, I'm putting my place value columns in. I've got my ones, my tens, and my hundreds. If I multiply it by 1,000, I know I'm going to have to move it 3 places. And I'm going to move it 3 places to the left, aren't I? Because I'm multiplying, I'm making it bigger. So I need 3 more place value columns. My thousands, my 10,000s, and my 100,000s, okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move each of my digits 3 columns to the left. So with my ones, I'm going to drop the 2 down, move it once, twice, 3 times into the thousands. With my tens, I'm going to drop the 4 down, move it once, twice, 3 times into my 10,000s. And with my hundreds, I'm going to drop the 1 down, move it once, twice, 3 times into the 100,000s. Now what I need to do is I need to put my 3 placeholders because I had 3 zeros in the question. 1, 2, 3. So now I've got 1 in the 100,000s, 4 in the 10,000s, 2 in the thousands, and nothing in my hundreds, tens, or ones. So 142 times 1,000 is going to be 142,000. Let's just check and see if it passes the eye test. Does it sound right? 142 times 10 is going to give us 1,420. Yeah, sounds about right. 142 times 100 is going to give us 14,200. Yeah, sounds about right. And 142 times 1,000 is going to give us 142,000. Yeah, it looks about right, and we can see that there with these questions, okay?
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel.
If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.